Where is everyone? Are we all here?
I think so.
My shoes.
I see Roger and Najee. I don't see Jason on the right, but that doesn't mean anything.
I'm on.
Yeah. And we're away. And I see 5 of us.
I'm in the black cap. Right behind Roger's afro.
Yep.
Geez, we don't have 2 people from the same country on this, right?
It's a new one. How many are we riding with? 5?
Yeah, only 5.
Okay. It's long roads, eh?
Yeah, we'll just do the best we can.
Yeah.
We'll have to fight over who gets to drop out.
Yeah, but with only 5 starting, I think it'll be 3rd across the line. I think they do change it for the number of people you got in the team.
Really? I thought it was always 4, regardless.
No. Well, if you've only got 3 riding,
They get
across the line.
DQs. 3 is a DQ, right?
I don't know.
Or is that ZRL?
ZRL probably.
My legs are still a bit sore from Tuesday.
I can't think why.
Yeah. Usually I'm around 20. So quite a bit of new names here for me today.
I'm Brian. But you know that already.
Yeah, you're everywhere. Every team knows Brian. Is this a good pace for everybody?
Yeah.
So far.
Maybe not when we get to the climbing though.
That's only a very short climb, right?
Relatively. Still takes time.
8 minutes or so. To get to the top.
Oh, we're going through the jungle.
No, we do Titans Grove.
Titans Grove.
Okay.
Got it twice.
Most of the people in adults already said last week they wouldn't join. They had other engagements suddenly.
Yep. Oh, it is a long TTT, so
It's a little bit longer.
yeah.
Only 40K, but it's unregular, I was going to say. or irregular, I would say. How did you do on Tuesday, Brian? Did
I
you
don't
race?
race ZRL.
I thought you did.
No, I used to. Plus, I was travelling. I flew up to Auckland for a couple of days.
You travel quite a bit, huh?
Not as much as I used to. At one stage, I'd come down to once a month. I'm now about once every 3 months.
Oh, that's better. If
Yeah.
you enjoy it.
Well, I got to the point where after something like 30 trips up to Auckland one year, it was getting a bit much. So I think the longest period I had at home was about 3 weeks.
Jeez.
In a row.
Oh.
It was
at home
absolutely
for months.
crazy.
Did you also travel during COVID, or?
Yep.
Here
I travelled
we weren't
during, we'd just come out of full lockdown, but it was still really only essential workers and absolutely necessary stuff at our level 3. And I went up to Auckland for 5 weeks, living out of a hotel.
Yeah, those were the crazy days, huh?
Yep.
I can't imagine
Fun,
that.
especially because they didn't have the gym open because of the scare of COVID being spread around. So
Hey, you were happy to get a beer, huh?
No.
Were the bars open in the hotel or not?
No.
Oh,
I
you
had to get room
service.
service for about the first 2 weeks. It was just room service.
A bit like in prison, right? Just a bit better.
Yeah, pretty much. I went between the hotel, customer site, and occasionally to the supermarket to get breakfast and lunch foods. And that was it for about 2 weeks. I was lucky because the work was about 10-hour days. So I filled the time in.
Am I disappearing sometimes, or is it just me?
I haven't noticed.
Because you guys keep disappearing.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone drop yet.
Okay,
No, I haven't noticed your drop.
that's good. Oh, we didn't have a Swift update yet.
It may have updated in the background. My one does sometimes.
What platform are you
Even
on?
on PC.
On MacBook.
Oh, that's what I used, and mine was a few days ago, I think.
Yeah, see, it'll update in the background. If you're doing other stuff, that'll do. It'll just do updates when it can.
Slowing a bit.
We've got Najee off the back just a touch. He's back.
She's pretty strong. So I don't need to worry too much if she's off the back. unless it's like 30 seconds back or something.
Right.
Yeah, it's always fun. Good sprints. And back to the team.
Got interval training.
That only works if you're not pedaling for dear life just to hang on.
Hopefully, at the moment, you're riding at about 90 or 95% of what
Yeah, I'm
you're
doing
capable
okay.
of. Because need to save a little bit for the climbs.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's too much of an effort, just shut it out. Or slow down.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
if you're really struggling, sing out and make sure you're in the draft. So right behind the likes of Roger or myself.
Yep.
Because you would have been in the wind out where you were then, Jason. The draft is not very wide.
Well, that would
So
be
if you
on
see-
my avatar to get over. I don't have the
If you see where I
steering
am at the
controllers or
moment,
anything.
no, I'm not in the draft at the moment.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
still
tiny
not.
group.
Just going in the draft now.
And Brian has an overlay over Swift. So you can
Yeah,
actually
you got
see
the
the
sauce.
Yes, also Swift.
In the old days, we would call them cheaters with mods. They could see through walls and shoot you.
I tried that for a little while, but I run it off of my laptop screen, so it was not a lot of real estate.
Yeah, so I got a laptop directly in front of me and then I connected to a 50-inch screen. And that's where I have Swift, the streaming Discord, and also OBS for doing the actual streaming. Source for Swift isn't that useful during TTT. Only thing I can keep an eye on is how much people are working over their FTP.
Right.
And we're
can see
all
it
pretty
for us.
consistent. Oh, you see the workload balance. And the workload balance gets better if you're below FTP and gets worse if you're above FTP. So on a scale up to 20, I'm currently about 17. Jason is nearly 19. Ingo is 20. Roger's 19.4. Nadia is 19.8. Which tells me that we're riding within our abilities.
Yeah, I'm not riding as hard as Tuesday. For sure.
I can also see heart rate, average power you're doing currently.
Does it get it from Swift directly or through Swift Power?
So again,
Does it get it real time from Swift or others?
yep, pretty much.
Oh,
Basically, it just
Brian,
follows
I hope
everyone
you-
you're riding with, right?
What it does is I have my main account on it and I have a secondary free account and it uses that to get stats for riders near me.
Right.
Brian, I hope you can't see what I'm wearing.
No, it didn't show me that.
He's
Let me
saying
know
no,
if
but
you
he's
had
meaning
to
yes.
speak to it.
If Swift had that feature where you had to have video on, I wouldn't be Swifting.
Nope.
People do not, I repeat, do not want to see me when I'm riding.
No. That's why we cycle inside, huh?
Yep. There's a little bit of a bump here. Not much. And we've got the climb out of the desert and straight into Titans. Currently averaging just below 34k an hour.
Yeah, that'll drop drastically in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're going up that hill. Interesting.
Yep.
I see it on the map now. The other team in front of us. But remember, when we go uphill, we also go down.
Yep. Yeah, the next team in front of us is quite away in front because there's quite a few gaps or empty slots in front of us.
Yeah, it looked very odd when I joined with 10 minutes ago and nobody in front.
Yep.
But I needed the time.
Let's stay together as much as possible on the climb. If you can't go as slow as needed, go up and wait up at the KOM point and we'll regroup. I know for you, Roger, you don't like going too slow uphills.
Correct. But I'll do my best to drag you guys uphill. Living somewhat.
Are Toads or Rockies riding with us today?
No idea what other teams are in this zone.
Yeah.
Ian Longhorn worries more about that.
Yeah, I hope he is coming back soon.
Yeah. Ian did the time trial last week, I think. I think he must have been busy this week or didn't think he could do the distance.
He said he was injured, right?
I think he said they had a dinner, but it might be both.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he sprained an ankle or something. Or did his knee. I can't remember which now.
Ian did do it last week. He's gone out for Christmas dinner tonight.
It's that time of year. People get busier.
Yep.
Well, I do enjoy my weekly ride.
Oh, yeah. I love doing the team time trial. I tell work that's part of my wellness.
Exactly.
They don't want to see me if I don't ride my bike.
Yep.
Just keep a steady pace, don't overdo yourself.
No.
I don't think I've noticed the Christmas lights on the trees before in years past.
Oh yeah, thanks. I didn't see that either.
Oh yeah, they do Christmas trees. They turned those on about a week ago, I think it was. In fact, trying to think if they were on the last TTT. I'd have to have a look at my video.
Yeah, I wasn't on last week. So.
It's because it's not all the trees they do.
Right. It's a nice little teaser to make us think we're done, but nope.
So we've got a team catching us. They're averaging about 2.5 watts a kilo. In other words, don't worry about them, just let them go through.
It should make quick work of us.
Yep.
See, Ian is in game. We're in companion.
Yeah.
See.
Okay, just gave me a thumbs up. Right on.
Oh, okay, companion here doing a thumbs up. Okay, so this is the main climb that we just started now.
Yeah, it's always a bit confusing. You think you're there, and then it starts.
That first bit was just a taster.
That's just the, are you sure you really want to do this part? Last chance to turn around.
No. Don't forget to drink when you can.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sweating like a pig. It's not as cold as it was a few days ago.
I've got 17 degrees in my pain cave.
Oh. Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
It's hot.
Yep.
You were at 2 degrees and then jumped back to 11.
That's not nice, those sorts of jumps.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
We were talking about you before, Ian.
Oh,
and how you piped out of doing 42 Ks.
I know it's a long one tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes. It wasn't looking enjoyable.
When is it? Riding equals pain.
I don't think there's many riding tonight, is there? Even on the Toads, there's not many doing it.
Getting too close to Christmas.
I think next week's the Alp as well, or Bologna.
Bologna, and then
Alp's
I will not be
the one
doing.
before New Year's, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure they only put them on to try and stop people doing them.
Well, it certainly puts me off doing them.
Say it's enough for me. I'll take
Another
a break.
team coming through.
We've done them before. We did them. We actually signed up for the earlier ones and rode in one of. I think we were the herd of wombats instead. We were one of the Australian teams in their time zone. But during Alp to Zwift at Panther pace.
They ride about 9 o'clock my time at night.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. It was pretty early.
Yeah.
The time that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Alp took about 2 hours.
That's pretty good.
It was awful for a team time trial. You couldn't stick together. You couldn't. There was no drafting. There was no trying to keep the team together. There was split all over the place.
Yep. Lisa, I think, tries to put the teams together based on weight rather than what.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be riding alone, huh?
I don't like doing the Alp now unless it's banded.
I enjoy riding alone. It's all.
It's no fun. Right, we'll enjoy the rest of the ride. I just called in for 5 minutes to see how he was doing.
That's right.
Are you on the first lap?
Have a good Christmas if I don't talk to you beforehand. Probably talk.
Yeah, I'm sure I might see you before, Brian. You never know.
Yeah.
Is this your first? It is your first lap, isn't it?
Yep.
Nearly at the top now, man.
Yeah, I can see the pillars.
See you later, Ian.
See you later, Najee.
Bye.
Oh.
This sort of main I did just before.
Oh, my knee's killing us, honest. I twisted it the other week. Well, I didn't ride because I twisted it and it seemed to ease. And we went out Saturday night. We were out just for a meal with some of our friends we go out with at Christmas. There was 10 of us and we had a few drinks. I woke up Sunday morning and my knee was killing. I thought, I didn't fall over. I know I didn't. We weren't that drunk. And there was no daftness, no dancing and no silly things going on. With my knee. I've been in agony since Sunday morning with my knee.
Do you get gout?
No, never had gout.
Because that could be the cause.
I slipped over. Oh, I bet you're talking 25 years ago. I slipped over on some ice when I lived in my old house as I was coming out this morning to go to work. I sort of slipped and that leg slipped away and I twisted the knee. And I had to sit for 5 or 10 minutes. It was in agony. And ever since then, it plays up every so often.
Okay.
It hasn't helped that I haven't been on my biking that much neither with having the hernia up and things because normally it keeps it moving.
Yeah.
So I think I've only been on my trainer 3 times since I came back from the operation. But now it's hurting. I don't want to go on the trainer because it's freaking hurting as well. So it's you don't know what to do for the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Nearly at the top.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll see you all later then.
Yeah, see you
See
later.
you, Ian.
just as he joined, I had a sharp pain in my left quad. It was not nice. I had to drop down a gear and spin.
Oh, it sucks, buddy.
It's all right at the moment.
You're right, Brian.
Oh, yeah. I'll just take it easy. Well, easy for me. Stand up every so often, make sure I stretch it out and stuff.
You can't super talk on a TTT bike, right?
Correct.
Nope.
And to keep up with someone who is super tucking, you got to do about 50 watts.
Yeah, I'm not pedaling, but I'm pretty okay.
Yeah, but you and I have a bit of a weight advantage over the rest of the team.
Oh,
I don't think
that's
I'm
it.
close.
No doubt it.
Oh, yeah, you're in the same class. But you're a bit more than me, Jason. I'm 100 to 110.
It's a lightweight.
Yeah.
I should be closer to that, but
I've been trying for years to lose weight since I was a kid, but my best weight was 125.
I got up to 117 at one stage and thought, nah, that's enough. I'm just standing out going up here to make sure my leg doesn't give me pain again. I'll ease over the top. Ride up at your own pace. Back three, don't kill yourselves to keep up.
We have one strength, you see.
yeah, we got Najee about 30 meters back.
Yep. He's not.
Oh, she's coming fast.
If she's anything like me, once you get over the climb, you get quite good speed up on the flats and stuff.
Yeah, she's coming on fast now, so
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Well done, Najee.
Where does the name originate from, Najee?
Najee's on me. Oh, there she comes
Yeah,
on
hi,
me.
I'm back. Yeah, it's Turkish.
Ah, Turkish. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering, didn't sound Asian.
No, I'm half Turkish, half English. My dad was from Northern Cyprus, Turkish Cypriot from Nicosia. So that's where my name's from.
Okay.
I like it. It's a special name.
I know my first name's not special. I used to go on customer conference calls and there'd be 4 Brians on the call. Not confusing at all when someone said, hey, Brian, can you do such and such? And all 4 of us would sit there in silence.
That's what you do, huh?
Yep. I'm not going to be the mug who puts my hand up by speaking.
I don't have a very common name for my country.
Now, for your country, you wouldn't.
Most of the people
Well,
here are called Jan or Kees.
Where are you, Roger?
The Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
I was in Kinderdijk. I don't know. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Kinderdijk. Oh, you're doing it pretty well.
Yeah. About mid-September. About
Yeah, I
10th,
saw the
I think it
pictures.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice tour across Europe.
Yeah, I didn't have a proper itinerary, so I didn't know how long I was going to have spare or when we were going to get there. So otherwise, I would have pinged you. So I would have loved to have met you, but I just didn't know timings.
No worries.
I knew I wasn't far from you because I see you doing your running and that on Strava.
Yeah. I'm just walking with the kids, but after 10 minutes,
Okay.
it starts recording it. So every time I go for a walk, it records it.
Okay.
Whereabouts
you
in
said-
Holland are you, Roger? Whereabouts in the Netherlands are you?
Just in the middle, below Utrecht.
Okay, yeah. Because
Originally, I'm from Utrecht.
I was cycling in the Netherlands in August with my club, and we had such a great time. And funny enough, we're coming again next August, and we're going to take in Utrecht as part of the trip.
Good. Yeah, it's
So-
very good. Nice city.
I may let you know, Nira, to say hello.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But I really loved the cycle route from Amsterdam to the ferry at the Hook of Holland. It was lovely, really beautiful, along all the little canals and rivers, and it was just lovely. Really, really loved it.
Yeah, it's actually quite diverse in my country. So if you're in the west where you were, and it's a lot what you saw. But if you go to the east, it's very different terrain. But it's enjoyable. We have very good roads. It's flat.
Yep.
So no climbing. For us, 5 meters of elevation, we call a mountain.
It's just the headwind that gets you in Holland, but if you're sensible, you can take your turns on it, can't you? You know, so even though it's flat, you do get caught with a lot of headwind.
Yeah, at one point, my goal is to cycle across the full border of the Netherlands, which is 1,500 kilometers. I hope in a few years I'll have the guts to go for it. Spend a few weeks off and just cycle around the country.
That'd be neat doing something like that.
Yeah,
I've thought about doing a ride down the North Island of New Zealand over about a week. It's about 600 or 700 kilometres. One of these years, I might think about it and do it.
I'd do that as long as I could get a support vehicle, so I didn't have to carry all my stuff on my bike.
Oh, yeah, my wife would have the lovely job of being support car.
I'll go solo. I still have young kids, so it's not really an option for us. But I had a friend who rode from Utrecht to Hungary with his wife. They just went with a bike, a few bags, and that's it.
Wow.
See, my wife doesn't ride. But otherwise, we could do it as a couple.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that I did 5 days in August through Belgium and Holland with just my panniers on my bike. So, yeah, we carried all our stuff. I don't think I'd like to do much longer. And we did stay in hotels, so...
Yeah, but that's fine, right? Everybody should do what they feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of lodgings, particularly for people traveling around, like bikepacking or whatever. So you can go across the whole country, just staying in these really basic cabins where you can put in a fire and stuff on a campsite, which is great. But that would be my goal.
I always thought it was going to be really difficult, but actually it was a lot easier than what I expected, in terms of carrying your own stuff, because you have to be quite brutal about what you take, and
Yeah.
but it was fine. I mean, I even managed to pack a rain jacket, which some of the guys didn't. And unfortunately, when we got back to the UK, as usual, when you arrive in the UK, it was chucking it down the rain.
And those are essentials. Huh?
Yeah. But no, I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it, because most of my other rides that I've done, multi-day rides, I've done them supported. So it was quite liberating knowing that everything I need was on my bike.
Exactly. That's the whole thing, right? Just being free from everything, not being tied down that you have to wait for something. I would love to ride in the UK, but I'm not built for hills.
You should go over for the New Forest ride one year, Roger. There are some climbs, but not too bad.
Yeah.
My big problem was I just had about 3 weeks off the bike, and then I decided to do a 120k bike ride.
Oh.
Didn't go well.
No.
And the bike I hired was a friggin' heavyweight, 13 kgs of bike. So with another 107 of me on top of it.
Yeah, it's going to be a long ride then.
We went through the line at about 42 minutes. Add the lead-in on, which is a couple of kilometres, so about a minute. So we're doing 41-minute lap. That's not bad.
Doing fine, right?
That's pretty good.
It's a comfortable pace.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not saying we'll finish in an hour and 22.
Oh.
But might be
Could be
an
less
hour and
than
25.
130. Yeah.
25, hour 30, somewhere around there.
Oh, that's good. Get extra points.
Our average speed is just under 32 kilometres an hour.
And my health insurance promotes activity. So if I get my pension each week, I can save up to 50 euros a month. 15.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's good.
in vouchers.
I love that idea. What a great scheme that is.
Yeah, and the thing is that
So
you start off with 300 points, which is like 1.5 ride, and then you go up to 800 points maximum. Then it requires 3 long rides. So it's not always obtainable. That's a good motivation.
My work encourages exercise. I've had managers say, book the time out on your calendar so you can get exercise. So I do.
I have that for Tuesdays and Thursdays, I heard.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Always in the calendar.
I used to do it when I did ZRL. I blocked that time out, and I blocked the time out for TTT.
I will only not show up if it's for drinks, and I'll go for the drinks.
As Nadji said earlier, last week I was on a live stream for work, but I joined the ride when I could on Discord. I was riding the whole time. I've done enough TTTs to know what to do.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah, I
still
remember
beat
the
Matt
first time
O'Connor in
riding.
the sprint.
Sorry?
I still beat Matt O'Connor in the sprint, even though I wasn't on Discord.
Yeah, but he's slacking lately. He's not putting in any miles, I think.
Do
He
you
used to
think
be
though?
a
I mean,
really
like,
strong rider.
I
this is
reckon
not really
Dingley
my
would beat me
favourite.
now.
So I was going to say this is not really my favourite time to ride because it's like, I don't know, 7:15 in the evening here, maybe a bit later, yeah, about 7:15. Really, I prefer to ride in the mornings. I find that I've got more energy because I've not had a day at work and all the rest of it, you know. Although that being
That's
said,
why I ride in the mornings.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't have the
That
motivation to
means-
ride at night.
it's hard. It's easier to make excuses, isn't it? Which is why I'm glad that I've signed up for this because I know I've got to show up. You know, it's good.
Yep.
I remember starting up the Swift at 10 in the evening. I didn't know what the route was. I was new to Swift. Ooh, that was hard.
I used to do the herd down under ride, which was 7:30 at night my time, and I wouldn't be getting to bed until 11 o'clock at night. By the time you ride for an hour, have a shower, all that sort of stuff, and wind down from riding,
Yeah.
it's 11 o'clock midnight before I could get to sleep, and then I'll be awake at 5 or 6.
It might be your age then, because this ride for me starts at 7:30. And I'm usually in bed around 10:30.
That'd be nice.
But not on a Tuesday. Then it's too intense.
Yeah.
Thursdays is fine, but Tuesdays I prefer to take a beer afterwards and relax.
See, for Thursday, it depends how much sweeping I have to do. And I haven't had to do any today. So it makes my ride easy. Means I can take over on the front every so often for you, Roger.
Oh, cheers, mate. Well, the good thing is about the long route that you at some point you just go into a rhythm.
Yeah.
You don't even notice how hard you're going or whatever.
Yep. Every so often I zone out, and when I come out of that, I've got ahead of the team. It's not usually behind. It's usually ahead.
When I
Especially
do
in
that,
the
I'm
Panthers.
behind. When I do that,
Yeah.
I've normally got behind. What's the 50 off? But this feels more like an endurance ride, though, isn't it? This feels like more endurance because you've got to pace it a bit better, haven't you?
Yep.
Because we've still got like 15k to go.
Yep.
And it's very monotonous. Doesn't have that much difference in the route, so it's usually a tough route to keep hanging on.
Yeah. Yeah, this is 1 week I'm glad I'm in the Panthers and not the Toads.
Yeah.
Well, the bottom Toad was, I think, 2.5 watts a kilo.
Exactly. I messaged Kevin. I said, how fast do you think you guys are going? Because I'm not feeling up to it.
Usually I don't mind being pushed.
Go ahead, mate.
But yeah, like 42 Ks behind a 2.5 rider was not my idea of fun.
No. But that's a sea ride. Come on.
Yeah. Well, most of us we're averaging between 1.4 and 1.7 watts a kilo for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a nice zone 2 ride for me, I think.
Yeah, so the peak 20 minute is 1.7 to 1.9, which is about where the Panthers should be.
Yeah.
But on a long one like this, I'm quite happy that it's a little bit lower
Oh yeah, it's nice to have my heart rate at 137 right now. I'm not at like
Hey, that's what mine's
160.
at.
Yeah, it's quite different from when you do really longer routes, like 100K or 160. We really need to go slow.
Yeah. So when I do the RAFA 500, I'll probably be averaging 1.3 to 1.4 for the longer rides.
But you're doing 500K in one day?
No, not in one day.
Oh, phew.
Is it a week?
For a joke.
Like the week between Christmas and New Year's or something?
Yeah. I think it's 7 or 8 days you get to do it. So I usually do you got to average about 72, 73 Ks a day. So the first day I'll try and do 100, 120, depending on time allowance and stuff. Because that way I get ahead, because Christmas Day I won't do as long a ride. Boxing Day I probably won't either.
You do that long day all in one, or do you break it up?
Say again?
Do you do your long day as one long ride, or do you take breaks?
Yeah.
You do.
I'll do 60K, stop, have a bite to eat and a bit of a rest,
Okay.
and I'll do another 30 Ks, have another rest. So I don't just constantly ride for 100 Ks.
Right.
Not on Swift.
No, exactly.
I've done
In
that
the
on
real
weekends, but it's
Real
difficult.
world I possibly could.
Yeah.
Because you think riding on where we're riding now on Tempest, it's so flat, you're always on the power.
Yep.
You can't really idle.
Yep.
So that's why I don't like doing Tempest. I prefer waistband or triple flat loop, something like that, which gives you a bit of up and down. So you get a bit of a rest on the downs.
Right.
So if we average 30K an hour for the rest, we'll be finished in about 28 minutes.
And it's only 14K.
Yeah.
I love
Exactly.
it that you've got your finger on the stats, Brian. I love that, It's really great because I don't have to think about it, and I really appreciate you briefing us on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I quite often do it. I'm always thinking when I'm riding. I don't zone out too often.
Yeah, I don't like riding routes that I haven't predetermined because mentally I just need to know how much longer I have left, right? I got that countdown that or how far I'm in. It's like, okay, we're a quarter of the way done, halfway done.
Yep. So you got to break things, big rides up into smaller chunks.
Yep.
So like at the start of my 100K ride, for example, I don't sort of think about it too much, but then I break it into 20K chunks. And as it gets on further down to 10K chunks. So otherwise, if you see that you've got, oh, holy heck, I've still got 50Ks to go and I'm tired, it's not good for the brain.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting, the sort of little mental games you have to play with yourself when you're riding, isn't it? Like I always think once I'm over halfway, I know I'm going to do it. That's my sort of trigger to know that I'm definitely going to finish. And like you, I sort of break it down into small little chunks.
We can stop at 100K if you want. And you're not halfway yet.
So the thing that really transformed my riding on Swift, and actually of late I've not done a lot, but a few years back I was doing quite a lot, was getting the rocker plate. Because I was absolutely plagued with saddle sores. It didn't matter what shorts or what stuff I used. And as soon as I got my rocker plate, it was a complete game changer for me.
I can imagine. It's like when you're on the outside, right? It's just, you need a little bit of a movement.
Yeah. It's just best thing I ever did. Best thing I ever did.
I have a little bit of an uneven floor, so it already rocks for me.
I like it. A DIY rocker plate. I like it.
I'm up on a plywood platform, and that gives a little bit because I've got no support under the left and right feet of my trainer, so it gives a little bit of movement. And plus, on my kicker, I've got the softer feet, which give a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Brian, did you have the kicker direct drive, the core, or the kicker bike?
Say again?
Do you have the kicker bike or the kicker?
No. Kicker, not the core.
Oh, that's before. Okay.
Yeah, so between the core and the bike is the kicker. That's what I've got.
The one with the three, it's like the tripod legs, kind of.
Yeah. But I've got it's getting pretty old now, version of it, so it doesn't have the direct connect and stuff like that. So I've got to connect via Bluetooth or ANT.
Does it have the auto calibration?
No, which is a pain in the ass. Because I'd never think to calibrate it. So I'll probably calibrate it once every month or 2 months. But I don't do serious riding.
Right.
Under your old nickname, right? Do you have 3 accounts? You have to pay for the other accounts. Did you have to pay for the other accounts which are keeping track of the stats?
No. So I have one paid account, which work actually pays for, and then I've got one free account.
That's good.
Yeah. So I'm allowed to spend it's about 800 New Zealand dollars a year on wellness stuff. So it could be gym equipment, a fitness block, Swift, anything like that.
That's actually quite nice.
It is. They work really cares about wellness.
Yeah, I think
Wake
that's
up,
good.
Mergy. This one, Mergy dropping back. There she is.
I thought you said wake up, Mudgy.
Yeah.
No.
Calling out to yourself. I'm like, okay. So on the nice rollers, if you're going down, push a little bit harder. Makes it easier coming up.
Yeah.
It's a few extra pedals.
Yeah, I don't mind the rollers.
And if you plan them right, they don't cost that much.
Bit of effort on the way up and over the top, yeah, ease off for the downhill, but
We're doing very well sticking together. The rollers.
another 20 minutes of effort.
My backside is telling me it's not used to sitting on a bike for an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh.
Ah,
I don't do enough long rides anymore.
I have to
Well,
when I'm
if-
riding
if-
outdoors.
if it's a short enough race, I do it in quicker than 2 minutes a kilometre. If it's short enough. This one I reckon will be just over 30k an hour average by the end. But we're at 31.6 now.
With the big climb left, though. So.
Yeah, it'll slow us down a bit, but I'll speed up on the other side.
Yeah.
And during those whoop-de-doos, we're going between 35k an hour and 40k an hour. So we weren't going slow.
Watch out for the T-Rex. Remember, this is the final hard part. Once we're over the hill, it's one steady go.
Amazing how the chatter stops on the climb.
Heart rate's just a little higher than 137 now.
145.
Almost there. Few more bends. Open up a little bit. Five here. Well done. Nearly at the top. There we are. Jump.
UPRs. We're clearly just warming up on the first lap.
Yeah, we're I was 24 seconds faster.
Well done,
this
team.
was- Let's settle together. Easy cruising. You've done the hard work.
One more bit of a climb as we get down to the bottom down here. And then I think it's all whoop-de-doos after that.
Keep up the nice pace. We're about to hit the 6%. It's a short one. Try to attack it a little bit. If you could push it and yeah. Nearly there. 100 meters to go. Fuck.
Time.
Come on, everybody. Just a little bit, and then we can settle into a rhythm again.
But I know, gee.
Ah, thank you.
Okay.
Whew.
I must say, we're doing excellent on the baseline. No sweeping needed yet.
So the whole no sweeping means we're going faster overall. We're not all having to slow. So it's been really good. Really good team effort.
Really strong ride.
I think we'll beat the Toads today. I'm sure of it.
Over the top of the climb, we're averaging 31k an hour. We're now at 31.3 average.
Excelente. I'm looking forward to a beer afterward.
I get to look forward to a day of work. Not quite the same as a beer.
Yeah. I'm happy mine was done today. Always looking forward to the Fridays when it's just very quiet at work and you can do your own stuff.
Yeah, so I find my Mondays and Fridays are my quieter days, especially Friday, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be closer to an hour 20 than an hour and 25.
Nice. I'll be 14 minutes faster than the last time I rode it.
I think we're doing a really strong second lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we all want to be done.
Better.
Well, the first lap, you sort of think, oh, I need to keep someone reserved for the second lap.
Yeah.
When you're on the second lap, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Exactly.
Once you're over that climb, it's relatively all downhill from there.
Yeah. It's funny how that works, right? Because if this would be the same distance but 5 laps, you'd wait until the 4th, maybe even the 5th to go full out. Just because someone set a lap somewhere. Oh, this is always my favorite part, when they're really like empty in the tank, and you know you have to go through the last part of the desert.
Yep.
It feels quite long somehow.
There's a few false flats around here too.
Yeah.
Even the last sprint at the end is not a short one.
500 meters long. I think we just try and go across the finish line as a group.
Agreed.
I'm not going to sprint. I haven't got Matt here or Gimli here to sprint against. I suspect Roger will give me a run for my money, but let's just cross together.
I'm cool with it. When I was last TTT, that was very disturbing. And they had the sprint finish, and then 200 meters out was the real finish, and I didn't see it. I won the sprint, but lost the race.
Last week I just picked Matt. I took off first. He was right behind me until about 50 meters to go, and he ran out of steam. In my defense, I probably went a bit earlier than I would have, because I saw someone go up into the sprint position, and that automatically made me go. Turned out I think it was Ian Longhorn. Must have stood up or pedalled a bit harder or something.
Oh, I've never seen him sprint.
No, it didn't last long. But I saw it and there was a red flag, so I just took off. So I thought it was Matt. It was about 250 meters to go.
It's all about positioning. If you sprint, you can't win on pure power. Unless there's a real difference.
If it's a flat sprint, you've got sheer watts over me. So it depends on how long you can hold it for, I guess.
Yeah. I used to be able to hold when I was riding quite a bit, 1200, 1300, but now it's around 1000 to hold.
My peak is 1337.
I don't think I've even broken 1,000 yet.
I last week my 15-second power was over 1,000 watts because I was sprinting with Matt.
Seven on the meters.
on someone slightly. Oh, well done, team.
Very dry.
Wow.
Hour 21 and 7 seconds, according to my screen. See what WTRL say. Well done,
That's always
team.
been different, huh?
Hard. That was hard. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
thanks, everyone. I hope I
You did
didn't slow you
excellent.
down too much. I did my best.
Oh no. I know I couldn't have gone any faster, so